There is a world where your dating concierge could go and date for you with other dating concierge, 600 people. It will then scan all of San
And the only reason why he's asking those questions is women are being more... Hey guys, welcome back to Human Resource. I'm sure you heard about Bumble and what's going on there. The app that really geared towards women who empowered them to find meaningful relationship, right? That was the app, okay?
You message first. We set ourselves apart from all the other datings app, and here is why. Because it relied on women making the first move and sending the first message after a match. The point of this was to feel more polite and walled off than other dating apps like Tinder, which is infamously known for its hookup culture.
Well, that's not the case, isn't it? Especially when you're trying to bash Tinder. Because recently, you guys, they placed in an ad, a billboard ad, that had a controversial message on it.
You know full well a vow of celibacy is not the answer. A vow of celibacy is not the answer. Thou shalt not give up on dating app and become a nun.
Now, what's wrong with being a nun?
What's wrong with religious people?
Yeah. Yeah, like you could clearly see that they're geared, like this is catering, this message is for women, as if they're the problem.
Yeah, but how did they get to that conclusion, right? It feels like they did some kind of an in-house study or an analysis. Did they tap into people's messages? Did they read that and they noticed that, okay, women are vowing off on having, sex? Did they hire some employees to pose as daters and maybe got to that conclusion? Like, how did we get to the conclusion that women are the ones that vowed off on having sex? Did they figure out that's the problem? Even there is a quote from one of the Bumble's team that said this: "We have heard the concern shared about the ad's language and understand that rather than highlighting a current sentiment towards dating, it may have had a negative impact on some of our communities."
So they want to make light about a scary situation.
Yeah, no, but the word that they said that was quite interesting. They said we wanted highlighting a current sentiment in the community. And it makes me want to think, who is the board? Is the board
Who's running it actually?
Well, the one who's running it is Whitney Wolfe Herd, and she is the current CEO, but a founder, actually, of the app. And I'm assuming she's a millennial. She looks like a millennial, so I'm assuming during the time she created the app, she probably was going through it.
Or
her
girlfriends.
Yeah, she saw an empty hole in the dating sphere or maybe a void in the market and decided, you know what? If I take what me and my girls are going through and I put that in a dating app, I'm sure we're gonna find some great men out there. And as a matter of fact, she did get married. She got married. She has 2 bundle of joys.
2 kids.
So let me guess right now. You're no longer the demographic. What, there's a dissociation going on. You no longer can understand women, what they're going through. Or how about this? You're a businesswoman right now, right? So all you see is numbers. I bet if I can go through almost all the board members, right, the ones that are up there, all of them are not the demographic they are catering to.
Of course.
Or serving to or trying to help. So that's why there's a big disconnect going on. All they see is stock value, numbers, whatever you are to align with their pockets. And the crazy thing is, she's this whole CEO, right? She's a co-founder of Tinder as well. So
I'm
ain't
not
that
surprised.
funny?
I'm not surprised.
Ain't that funny?
Right? She's all about, you know what? Women find a meaningful relationship, and also women, if you want to hook up, go hook up. But we're gonna bash Tinder.
And fast
so
forward,
she's contradicting herself.
And fast forward to today, celibacy is such an outdated concept.
Yeah, so 1800s.
Yeah. Interesting.
So don't be surprised if women are decentering themselves from men. Okay, don't be surprised if women decide to have a peace of mind, live their best life, happy, thriving.
Yo, Bumble, you guys for real, because are you not aware that you can be a woman who dates males and is still celibate?
Yeah, that's
Or did you just completely skip over that fact? Because right now, this feels like a campaign to encourage rapists.
No.
Essentially, what you're saying is, if a male takes us on a date and buys us a dinner, we owe him our body. And if we're celibate, that's not valid. You're delegitimizing our celibacy because you want males to have more access to our bodies. And then you think that we're gonna have a positive reaction to that? I would not be surprised to find out that before they pushed this campaign, they fired a bunch of women from the marketing department.
Wow.
I bet you anything this was a male's idea, because there's no way women signed off on this campaign. And if they did, I am incredibly, incredibly disappointed in you.
you look at Bumble's numbers lately,
It's
they're
going
just
down.
tanking. They're going
Thank
down
God.
and down and down. Like I said, there's a huge dissociation between society and what they're going through again, because it's all about human interaction versus what's going on in the business sphere, in the economical sphere, in the AI sphere. We should even get into the AI thing too, but we'll get that one a little bit later.
No, listen, I definitely agree with the girl what she had to say. That message was really saying to men, you know what, go right ahead, take what you want, take what you want. And what we were dealing with before in our previous video, drizzle guys,
The
men.
bear versus man thing.
And you know, at this point, the bear sounds really good. It sounds really good right now.
Imagine creating a dating app that empowers women to not only turn your back on women, but to shame them in the process. The second, more humorous thing, on Bumble's website, they have this press release about how they swiped left on the match group trying to buy them. Basically the same people that run Hinge and Tinder.
Okay.
And if you read through this press release, you'll find this little nugget here that basically says, hey, Tinder, if you were to implement our women first offering, it would make Tinder safer. So in Bumble's own words, they have just inherently made their app unsafe for women by now allowing men to message women first. There's also some really funny language in here about how the match group trying to copy Bumble empowers the organization, which is funny because now they're copying Hinge, which is owned by the match group. So what does this mean for me? Well, one, I never really liked Bumble, so nothing. Dating is overwhelming, and for women, I totally get it. It's pretty bad out there.
So as a result of all this backlash throughout all social medias, I think X went on fire, TikTok, Instagram. Bumble decided to come out and save their sinking ship. They said, we made a mistake. Our ad referencing celibacy were an attempt to lean into a community frustrated by modern dating. And instead of bringing joy and humor, we unintentionally did the opposite. Yada, 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 yada. At the end, they said, please keep speaking up and telling us how we can be better. We care about you and will always be here for you with love and sincere appreciation.
Sure.
Bumble. You know what's interesting? They said, we want to hear you. Listen.
You weren't listening in the beginning.
Guess what they're trying to do right now? Let's hear the CEO what she has to say.
Our focus with AI is to help create more healthy and equitable relationships. And that also starts with yourself. How can we actually teach you how to date? Give me an example. Okay, so for example, you could in the near future be talking to your AI dating concierge and you could share your insecurities.
Excuse me?
I have commitment issues. And it could help you train yourself into a better way of thinking about yourself. And then it could give you productive tips for communicating with other people. If you want to get really out there, there is a world where your dating concierge could go and date for you with other dating concierge.
I refuse.
Truly. And then you don't have to talk to 600 people. It will go scan all of San Francisco.
Sweetheart, so we are already disconnected as a society. So you want to create other tools to make us even more disconnected? An AI dating another AI? That's what we're going to do? Forget about it. Even if a guy approached me, I would say, no, honey. Talk to my AI. Okay?
Literally.
So we're not, she's not getting it.
How about the invasion of privacy? Think about that. You're going to be speaking into probably your mic and talking about all your insecurities, all your information and everything. And you're going to have it saved on some kind of cloud. Mm-hmm. And then that information is going to get shared with other people. Like, think about even privacy issues that's going to come out of this.
Oh, yeah.
Might as well talk to the feds. You know what I mean?
Talk to the feds at this
Literally.
point. Date the feds. But
this is shocking news. They're an AI concierge right now to help you date. Is that how disconnected we are as a society? That's what I've been telling you guys. I said there's such a disconnect between these business people that really they don't care other than equitable. Mm-hmm. Like these are terms that they throw that are social terms to give them validity, to enter in your spaces. Mm-hmm. That's what it's really doing. And it's shocking.
yeah.
How they go, we're listening to you. We hear your concern. Talk to us.
And think about it.
Sure.
If Bumble is going to go through that route, think about other dating websites or dating apps. They're going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So what's the point? What's the point logging in, signing up for these dating websites?
Yeah.
I think at this point, and how we're seeing how dating in the 21st century is pure garbage. Dump it, delete it, all that. We need to go back to the bookstores. We need to go back to the cafes and all that, or events, even religious dating, where it's the whole purpose is for marriage, even for them. they're having a hard time.
Yeah, because
Okay.
people's intentions are really janky.
Messed up. Men, women. Listen, I heard it from the men's side. I heard it from the women's side. People intentions are not pure. They're creepy. They're scary. And it's really the same men sometimes, the same women who are doing the same thing, but they're screaming the loudest. They yell the loudest.
Yeah.
I don't know. At this point,
There's an article actually that came out, I think I want to share with you guys, and I believe that's the reality of where dating is going right now. Is anyone actually listening to the conversation that's happening online right now? Marketing expert Sam Ogborn asked in a TikTok, alluding to Gen Z's general distaste for dating apps. Not only are more Gen Zers, over 90% according to recent data, admitting to being frustrated with dating apps, but they're actively seeking more in-person alternatives to meeting people. Unsurprisingly, because the Gen Z's yearning for an in-person connection and organic meet cutes. There's been a decrease in dating app usage and a surge of interest in in-person events like speed dating. I'm telling you,
that could be a solution.
I'm hearing a lot of that lately. There's so many events going on. Maybe not in our city, but there's so many events going on about like in-person speed dating.
And I think that's a great start. You know, I think nowadays the apps are not really doing it. Listen, I'm not going to tell women don't go on the apps. No, go on the apps, explore and all of that. You might find your one over there.
Yeah.
But the recent polls are showing that it's not working.
Yeah.
Throughout every type of app.
But you know what it's telling me though? It's telling me I'm so happy people are ditching the whole tech way of social and humanistic interactions. People want to go back to in person, you know? Like you said, like when
Go
you're at
to a
coffee
cafe.
shop, yeah, and you see somebody you like and it's like, okay, he likes me too, okay, I'm gonna come back again next week, same time, same spot. Hubby's gonna show up. What happened to those?
Dang.
What happened to those kind of days? You know what I mean?
Listen, it's
I
rare,
think it's cute.
but I feel like everybody needs to start committing and finding a person through the natural way.
Yeah, the organic way. And or how about even
men needs to build that confidence.
look at you with that hell hands. Anyways,
I'm all about the hands.
I was
Okay.
thinking even what happened to there's a word I totally lost the word. Arranged marriages too. What happened?
And
to
I'm
arranged
for that
marriage?
too.
Well, elites do it.
Of course, elites
Do you
it.
think elites?
That 1%.
Meghan Markle is a special case, but elites do it too. You know what I mean? Where they're gonna refer the billionaire's son is gonna refer another billionaire's daughter. Like that's an arranged marriage. But yeah. Anyways, personally, I'm not on these dating apps, so I cannot really relate. But I sympathize. I get it.
Listen, and as a person who have used it, because I'm not gonna lie on here, it's not working. It's not working for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, and the thing is, men are becoming a little bit more creepier. Women are becoming a little bit more, I think they're being more easy these days. Listen, if I have to hear one more time a guy say, would you travel for a guy? I'll strangle myself. I'm sorry. I'll strangle myself. And the only reason why he's asking those questions is women are being more lenient because they feel like, okay, I should be more carefree and be a cool girl and all that. And it doesn't work.
You know, this reminds me of a coworker that I know, right? She's not gonna know this video, by the way. She told me she really likes his employee, that worker, so that's okay. She would do everything and anything to get his attention. I remember Kim telling her, girl, maybe he's not interested in you. Let it go. But she said this to me that made me feel like the bar's in hell. She said, girl, if he wanted to, he could have had me very easily like this. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
No.
Like I said before.
Sometimes, girls, you can be your own problem too. So what do you think about what's going on? Do you feel like, okay, Bumble is gonna bounce back? This is a small little glitch. They're gonna resolve it and go back to, the good old ways on dating? Or do you feel like literally dating apps are phasing out? What, in the next 10 years, do you feel like...
And I hope so. Yes, and I hope so because I feel like it's not working now. It won't work when it gets to that time. So you guys, add that note. Please like and subscribe this video, and bye now.